So I've been working on my YouTube channel for a number of years now, but I finally worked out that I've been doing it all wrong. Now let me explain. I love making videos. Like even today I'm making the video today with my phone. So it's not as good as my Sony that I would normally be creating, but it was easy to do. I was on my walk and I felt like this is a video I need to be making, so here we are. Now, I've been making videos, as I say, for quite a number of years now. Vlogs, traveling overseas for the last 20 or so years, travel videos, food videos, numerous countries, all these sorts of things for myself, sharing with family, all that sort of thing as well. And I really enjoyed the process of making those videos. They were quick, they were easy, they were all with my phone. But in 2025, I wanted to level that up. I said, you know what? I'm ready to make it as a content creator. I want to really kick into my YouTube channel. I want to make a success of my YouTube channel. So I invested in a Sony FX30. I bought lenses, I bought all the gear, lots of gear, probably too much gear. And I was ready. I thought, all right, let's get into this. So I do what most people do. I started doing my research. I dived into tutorials on how to use my camera, how to set it all up properly. I looked at tutorials on composition. I looked at storytelling. I looked at different styles, what type of areas I wanted to be creating content, lots of different things. I really did my research on those and still am. And I was ready. I thought, okay, I've mastered the camera. I really know what I'm going to do. I'm motivated. I know what content I want to create. So I thought, all right, let's get into this. Then when I went to start filming and going, well, no, that doesn't really feel right. It doesn't feel polished enough. So then I went back and I looked at more content and I started looking at documentary style. I looked at storytelling style. I looked at travel style. I looked at all of these different types of content. And then I got so confused about what it was that I actually wanted to make. So I narrowed it down. I found a few creators that I really liked. They spoke the way I wanted them, that I felt I could also do as well. And I followed them and I tried to mimic their style. So I scripted out the videos. I plotted out the scenes. I went out and I shot all those videos. But most of those failed. I didn't get nearly as many views as I would hoped on those videos. And the point was that they just didn't have a story. They felt disconnected. They didn't feel like me. And even me shooting those videos, they didn't feel like me. So starting this year, I knew something had to change. So I changed my track a little bit. I started saying, right, well, I need to stop watching a lot of these other polished videos because I'm not there yet. I need to practice. I need to get there. But I also noticed that a lot of the creators, well, a few of the creators that I really like to follow, were also doing the same thing. They had these really great videos, but they decided they were going to come back and do more daily life, more vlog, more off the cuff, if you like, that sort of style of videos. And I think that's where I'm looking at now. This is where I think content creators is actually going. This is where videos on YouTube are actually going, more human touch. And that's what I want to focus on now. So that's basically why I'm creating this video the way I am today, because I'm doing this for myself, because I think I need this. I need to make sure that I can do it this way. But I'm also thinking that maybe some of you out there are also going to get some value out of this as well. So this is me documenting the first step of my journey. This is me telling myself, stick to this style for a while, see how it goes, see what works, and enjoy the process. So if you're into this sort of thing and you want to follow along, I'd love to have you subscribe, and I will see you in that next video.